Welcome back, my name is LastKnownMeal and today I want to rant a bit about Capcom because Capcom is an extremely interesting company. I've been playing their games since I was a kid. I remember when I started playing Resident Evil 1 on PlayStation 1. That was one of the scariest and most entertaining games I had ever played. And most of their games in the past were successful. Now, usually a company is going to have their ups and downs, and Capcom is definitely one of those companies. I believe, when Resident Evil 4 came out, it was a change in the entire direction of the game. It was the third person over the shoulder look. It was something completely new, and that game was extremely successful, and with a good reason. The game is amazing. Then you had Resident Evil 5, which kinda, they updated the game design they've had in Resident Evil 4 and they made it, in Africa. It was great. It was a really fun game. But when Resident Evil 6 came out and I saw this change of a survival horror becoming just a third-person shooter with zombies where you were an overpowered super soldier. I mean, look at Leon in Resident Evil 6, that guy can kill 1,000 enemies in like one go, and it kind of lost its way because you were not, scavenging for ammo anymore. You were not like, oh my god, do I fire this shot? No, you had ammo all over the place, just keep on shooting. And it's one of their most successful series, one of their most successful IPs, and I was really afraid that if Resident Evil goes down, the company is going to take a huge hit. But what they did is extremely interesting, to the point I didn't anticipate that they're going to do that. Number one, they released the updated Resident Evil 1 HD remaster, whatever, for all of the platforms and PC, and that was extremely successful and showed that people do want to play their old games which are remastered. And everyone expected, of course, after Resident Evil 1 they're going to remaster Resident Evil 2. No. You see, what Capcom did is they took Resident Evil 2 and they said, okay, what people want, and this has been discussed for such a long time, please make Resident Evil 2 in their new style, over the shoulder look, third person. It's not going to be like before. And they listened to the community and they did that. They created a whole new Resident Evil 2 game in their amazing RE engine, which oh my god, I love that engine so much. But they created Resident Evil 2 from the scratch and it's a huge success. That game is extremely well done. It's one of the best Resident Evil games I've played since Resident Evil 4. And honestly, even with Resident Evil 7, their previous game where they experimented with a new survival horror formula, that was also fun. And it showed that if a company is willing to make a change in their series, in their IP, it will definitely serve them good. That's why this year they are just breaking numbers. They are setting new records for their company because, again, Resident Evil 2 Remaster was extremely successful. You had Monster Hunter World, which is also a very successful game, and they also released that on PC, which is amazing. And you now have Devil May Cry 5, which is also a new amazing game. I played it, it's so much fun. And what I really enjoy about their new games is that they do experiment, they do update, their engine and everything, but they tried to keep the core the same. If Resident Evil is a survival horror, we are going to do a remaster, but the core idea of the game is going to stay there, and that's what people appreciate. That's what the old and the new fans want. And just remastering Resident Evil 2 into a whole new complete game, of course, made them more profits, because yes, you can remaster Resident Evil 2, leave it as it is with HD reworks and that, but that's cool, people will play that. But with this, they struck gold. That's why this year their net sales increased to 100 million yen, and it's actually 5.8% over the previous year. And as I talked about their engine, how much I love it, it's because of the range that engine has. If you play Resident Evil 2 or Devil May Cry 5 in ultra settings, god damn it, the faces and the animations and everything, it looks so goddamn good. Also, the strength of that engine is that they can simultaneously develop for example, Resident Evil 2 and Devil May Cry 5 on multiple platforms. They don't have to worry about, okay, if this is the PlayStation 4 version, now I have to do like one more year of porting that to PC. The engine is extremely well done and allows them to do it simultaneously. That's why they can pump out more games. And not just any games, but very successful games. And yes, I was extremely afraid about Capcom. Are they going to go away? Are they going to succeed? And it shows that the company is willing to change. They are willing to work on new stuff. They are willing to produce new games that, you know, for some do have those small little flaws, but the entire game itself is really, really goddamn good. So honestly, I'm really looking forward to the future. I'm really looking forward to 2020 to see what else Capcom is going to release. Obviously, Resident Evil 3 is going to be in the works. They are definitely going to release that game. It makes sense. Resident Evil 3 has Nemesis, it has Jill, an amazing title, but I really hope, and I think that has been confirmed, I think so, not officially though, that they are going to do it as they did with Resident Evil 2. And honestly, I would also love Resident Evil 1 in that design, because, you know, I know they released the HD remaster, but they've been pumping out different versions of their Resident Evil games. Why not even do this? But for as long as it keeps the core of the game there. And I just hope that other companies now in this very troubling times are willing to adapt, are willing to change, because if they don't do that, I don't know what's gonna happen to them. And Capcom so far has been doing an amazing job. Hopefully they continue doing it in the future. So that is basically what I wanted to talk about and rant about Capcom, because I love that the gaming industry still has good news. It's not only microtransactions there, loot boxes here, it also had some great news. And ultimately it's good for us fans and gamers in general. So if you want to say something, if you enjoyed this video, smash that like and subscribe button for more ranty video game videos. And also, as I said, tell me down below, what do you think about Capcom? What do you think about the future of Capcom? And what do you think the future of Resident Evil is? Because they will go through these remasters, so what's next? Of course, they have to experiment, they have to offer us something new, because that's what keeps people entertained. But yeah, as I said, LKM signing out. As always, stay classy everyone, and visit me up on Twitter and Discord if you want to join an amazing community of people. We discuss a lot of things, so welcome. And yeah, bye bye.